Welcome back. Well, we've worked out all those technical kinks and we are back to talk about pets. Dr. Kelly Gebhardt is here to answer all of your questions about handling the cold weather, the Christmas decorations, you name it, she can answer it. We've been getting a lot of questions about outdoor cats and trying to get them to come in because, you know, they like to be outside.
Yeah, some cats really enjoy being outside regardless of the weather. Some cats just hate to be outside and like to stay inside. But if you do have an outdoor pet, it's very important to remember to provide them with a proper shelter and also make sure to remember that their water bowls will freeze. So a couple of key points. One, if you have an outdoor pet, make sure you use heated water bowls and check to make sure that water is actually liquid 2 to 3 times a day, because that water can freeze over and then they won't have access to water. Make sure that their housing is adequate. For outdoor cats, there are some instructions online that are actually really good to use, like a giant Tupperware bin and then cut a hole in it and then line it with styrofoam and then line it with hay. And it provides a really nice warm environment for your cat. And you want to make sure that the dog houses, if you have an outdoor dog, are equally insulated and provided with fresh bedding on the regular to make sure that the pets have a very soft, warm, and safe environment to be in. It gets so cold outside sometimes in the winter. And if it's too cold for us, it's too cold for them. So you've got to think, well, we want to be in a nice warm house. You want to make sure that your outdoor pet has a nice warm accommodation as well and access to fresh food and water. And check that food and water 2 to 3 times a day.
And you're just talking about the cold weather and dogs, and just like humans, their skin can get a little dry and itchy this time of year too, right? So someone actually wanted to know what they need to do with their long-haired dog that gets dry skin in the winter.
Yeah, so you don't want to bathe them too often because that can actually lead to dry skin. But when you do bathe them, using a soothing conditioner is a really good idea, because it'll help condition and soothe their skin as well as condition their hair. There are some moisturizing and itch relieving sprays, like something called Relief, which actually decreases itch, but it also has some moisturizing colloidal components that actually help the skin and hydrate the skin. Those are things. You can also consider omega-3 fatty acid supplementation. That's a really beneficial for the skin option. But those are some things. Otherwise, I would talk to your regular vet to make sure there's no underlying dermatitis or other issue contributing to the flaky skin in the winter.
We're getting some more questions in about Christmas related things. So poinsettias, they're always so beautiful. We love having them in their home, but so many times I've seen and read stories about, you know, our pets, is it poisonous for your pets? So I'll let you verify that.
Yeah, so fortunately, it's kind of one of those overrated toxicities. It can cause a lot of oral irritation, even intestinal irritation, but it's not one of the ones that we consider to be overly toxic. So it's best to not let them eat it or chew on it, but it's not going to cause some of the more severe toxicity symptoms like, say, lilies will cause in cats. That can cause kidney failure. But poinsettia is typically just oral irritation and GI irritation.
Okay, this
just don't let them do it.
Okay, this viewer wants to know about leftovers to give their pets, something we kind of talked about with Thanksgiving, but they want to know, or they said that they hate throwing away bones from their holiday steak. So can they give it to the dog?
Oh, did you see my face? I just went, ooh, bones.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know, before I was a vet, I used to give my dog bones as well, like those big knuckle bones you can get from the grocery store. And then I just realized that it's just not safe, especially steak bones. They can splinter, they can break teeth, cause lacerations in the mouth, the esophagus, the intestinal tract. It can cause foreign bodies. Bones, I just don't recommend. I don't give my dog bones anymore.
Okay, so quickly tell us an alternative, because on the holidays, you want to have a gift for your dog too. So what would you recommend?
So carrots are nice and crunchy and fun to eat. Broccoli is crunchy and fun to eat. You can do celery. That's also crunchy. Will take them a while to eat that. Lean meats like lean turkey, lean ham. Those are good treats. Any kind of vegetable is fine. And other things in small quantities, if your dog doesn't have a history of intestinal issues like food sensitivities or pancreatitis, you can do a little bit of mashed potatoes, a little bit of sweet potatoes, or even if it's just plain sweet potato, that's fine. Pumpkin's fine. You just want to avoid butters, heavy seasonings, heavy fatty meals, or heavy fatty foods. Those are the things you want to avoid because that can definitely cause some intestinal upset or even pancreatic inflammation.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gebhardt, for joining us and informing us all
Welcome.
about the pets. We hope that you have a Merry Christmas.